We've been taught what to think, not how to think. Not being taught how to think is going to create a lack of internal clarity, which is why you see a lot of people say like they're overthinking. That's an internal chaos that is the result of not learning how to process your thoughts. And then we're also seeing people that will be like people pleasers and they'll say yes to something even if they don't mean it, or they'll override their own boundaries because they haven't been taught how to think about them. And we also see a big one here is that groupthink. So people will follow the loudest, most confident voices. If you wonder why people are swallowing up red pill content, this is why, because they haven't been taught how to think for themselves and they're feeling lost and things are chaotic. So then they're latching on to a loud voice that feels confident. Adding to this issue is that we've also been taught to have all the answers or to act like we have all the answers. And this is creating a world where people are valuing speed over depth, certainty over reflection, and consensus over independent thought. So if someone doesn't know something, instead of saying like, I don't know, they feel like they're not allowed to say, I don't know, because then that will negatively inflict on them and it will make them seem like they're dumb, or they'll be filled with shame for simply not knowing something. But it's part of the human experience to not know things and to learn. So what you want to do is focus on building internal clarity. There's a lot of work involved with this and it can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it all at once. And when you start now, you're going to be happy that you did, because you're going to look back on this time and say, wow, like I'm really happy that I started when I did. And you can start by just asking yourself questions. So like if you notice that you're reacting instead of reflecting, if you notice that you have a really strong emotional response to something, your thoughts lead to your emotions. So you can ask yourself, what story am I telling myself here? What narrative am I saying here? And you can pause before outsourcing a decision or asking someone else for clarity on something, or following someone's advice or following what an influencer says. And you can ask yourself, like, am I avoiding responsibility? Am I avoiding critically thinking about this myself? Or am I actually seeking alignment? Is this person helping me find alignment towards my values and my goals? Now, I wrote an entire book about how to stop overthinking. It's under 2,500 words, and I would love for you to check it out on Amazon. It's called Overthink by Lindsay Getty. However, if you do catch yourself overthinking or just having excessive thoughts, you can start by asking yourself the question, what am I trying to control here? What can I control here, and what can I control, and where is there an imbalance? And you can also find clarity by questioning influencers and people that are telling you things by asking, is this right for me, or is this just easy to follow? Like, yeah, it'd be so easy just to drink a detox and lose 15 pounds in a week, but is it right for you? No, it's just easy to follow. Internal clarity is going to start when you stop waiting for certainty and you start focusing on the things that you can control, and that is your thoughts. When you start to learn how to think instead of being told what to think, then you are going to quiet your mind and you are going to have a strong and steady anchor.